All right, what's up, guys? It's your boy Pablo back at it again with another video. It's been a hot minute, but we're here and we're doing random battle analysis. We just had a tournament in Net Saviors for random battles. There was one last year, and I was lucky enough to win it. And now I joined again, trying to win it again. And I played versus Versel to see who won the championship. We played a bunch of sets. He knocked me out of winners finals, and then we played grand finals again. And there was a reset. So we're gonna go through that whole thing, and we're gonna try and analyze random battles in case you ever happen to play and you are curious about some things that you can implement, that you can consider for the format, and that you can also maybe learn from the format to implement for maybe standard mod cards, triple battles, etc. So let's go on to that. Just before I jump into it real quick, if you are interested in any more tournament analysis, commentated sets, or just general Battle Network content, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. I have a playlist with over 600 videos of, either casual matches, tournament matches, set analysis, viewing parties, etc. So feel free to check that out if you're interested. I've done other random battle analysis before in Spanish, but this is the first one I do in English. So hopefully, because we're going to be watching 3 sets, I'll be able to share as much as I can that I've shared previously in other videos in Spanish. So just in case you're curious, maybe you consider checking that out. If not, I'll try and share as much as I can here. So having said that, thank you very much, and let's get to it. So I'm playing winners finals versus Versel. I played with Versel before. I played with him way back on standard formats and other stuff. And I played with him even back in the M1GP as well. So definitely a great player, but I think that he definitely had a great performance in this event. We played in winners finals, so basically the end of the winners bracket. And this is the first set. These are 2 out of 3s, and we're doing that rank 3. So just off the top, that's some key info that we need to have to go ahead into the format. We have custom 2, chip shuffle, shield, and nothing else. There is no super armor, there is no undershirt, there is no air shoes. So really that sets the pace of what kind of stuff you can consider to use against your opponent with this in mind. This sets the pace to what type of strategies you can play in rank 3. And straight off the top, you have the photo. You need to check out the photo first. I highly recommend that every time you check it out and watch it and see it through, like from head to toe at first before you go and check a tag chip or a regular or go into the match. You definitely want to know what you're working with. And off the top, we see here some stuff. J, lots of J, a recovery 50, and a panel grab along with the judgment. That's already a combo there, and ooh, we got a PA as well. Lots of stuff here. A defense there and a life aura. 2 megas at the end and the cross divide. I want to mention that we're in Fossil version for this. People will say that's crazy because I usually play Grega version, but I objectively think that Fossil may be better for random battles. Or well, I wouldn't dare to say objectively, but at least for my playstyle, I do think it favors me, especially with the Giga selection instead of Gregor chips. They do have more damage, but I think they're a little bit harder to connect, especially for the format, so that's why I go with Falso, just so people know. And we have a quick idea already. I saw I saw it like real quick, but I saw the folder, so I already went for the stuff that I consider that is key here. For example, that judgment and panel grab combo. I want to keep that in hand, and I want to wait until my opponent pops his panel grab first, so I can make sure I have the area advantage at the end. Besides that, I'm looking for any other things. Usually, at least I look for 3 things when I'm looking at a folder. I'm looking for things that make holes. I'm looking for defensive options or pseudo defensive options like objects. And I'm also looking for things that stun, things that paralyze, like white capsules, flash bombs, etc. Those are my 3 things that I look for in each folder when I take a look at it. Last year, when we had the first random battle tournament, I really took a good time to train and practice the format and try to understand the different chip combinations to, find different groups of chips and strategies to go to. Here, I don't really find anything in particular that I want to take as a regular, so I just go off the top and I decide to just have that tag combination there, the judgment and the panel grab. I should also note that I believe that Berser may be in Gregor version, so I have cross divide. He has Delta Ray Edge, so that already also really sets the pace about how I should look about defending myself and my strategies. You're gonna be seeing me in the top row a lot. First turn starts. I already have my tech chip combination there. That's good. I have a bunch of J there. I'm looking for fluidity here at the start of random battles. Usually, you just want to get your folder rolling. You have shuffle there, so that's a good thing to get the ball rolling. But really, you're trying to get fluidity. You're trying to get as much chips out of the door as you can, like a lot of like the fluff, so to speak. You want to try and get that stuff out of the way first, and try to set the pace for some of the combinations that you will be seeing a little bit further in the match. So like here, you see me going for a lot of J to try and get, that fluidity in the folder. Iron Shield, I can just pop it off top even if he goes for Shield because it's break. However, I do gotta watch out because yeah, this is a cool combination by Versel. The sensor here, because it's going straight in a line, it predisposes my movement, and it really forces me to like I have to be super precise in how I move to avoid that, or I have to stay on the sides, and that's a great setup along with the boomer. I've personally done that myself before versus Playmaker in one of my winners finals analysis matches that you will find in Spanish. So just calling that out, but that's a great combo to start with and getting some damage in. I try and do the same, but don't get it, but I do get the attack pulse there, which he also does. So we're trading here, but he has the advantage, at least, in a little bit of damage. I see my Giga already there, but I don't want to pop it just yet. I even go ahead and shuffle, that's all good. And there's a part of the PA there from the Iron Shield PA. But we're not using it just yet. Looks like we're gonna go for the mega play here. Customizing. And here I'm trying to go for basically the trying to get Versel to move and hit him in one of the grass panels with Element Man SP for 380. However, I'm gonna have to watch out not only for that corner army that's just about to appear, but also for his defense, the anti-damage. I believe that's the only trap that we have in this folder. So he already just popped it. I need to get rid of that first. I think that I willingly went and moved into the corner army because a single corner army, if you get hit by it and you don't mash out, you get angered by it. So I think I walked into that one to try and get, the ×2, which, yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to go for here. And yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's amazing, but that puts Versel in anger as well. So I need to watch out for his next chip. Because if he does the exact same thing to me, I'm dead now because I have under that I think it's like 800 something. I don't have the math off the top, but it's a lot and enough to kill me, especially because there is no undershirt, so he can one-shot me here if he has enough damage. Like Delta Ray could kill me here. I tried to mash, but yeah, no. Here, I tried to mash the recovery because maybe I thought that would put me out of the range of dying. But here, ideally, you want to be mashing down or you want to be mashing shield. I think it will be best to mash down. It will be best to mash down because mashing shield is 2 inputs in compared to just mashing 1. But not fast enough. Versel mash faster than I, basically. This looks like Bound Network 2 or Bound Network 3. And yeah, that gives Versel the ECW. I would say here for this match in specific, for people, I think it's important to consider it's good to go for high damage plays, but you need to watch out that doesn't give your opponent something that can do the same to you. Because this is true to both Bound Network and to life. Anger only breeds anger. So watch out for that. Let's continue. And we're going back at it to rank 3. I mean, it's true. That's deep. I mean, I didn't think that one. It just came true off the top. All right. So a lot of K. Maggun, I see. I'm liking this. Yes, we saw a lot of eyes. Yes, I actually go back and look to confirm. Yes, we do have the ice arrow. I forget the name. What is it? Train arrow. Yeah. The white shot as well. I like that. The icy and the white shot. That's a almost guaranteed freeze. And there's also some break there. So some freeze break combos here. An anti recap. But do note that there is no recovery in this folder, I believe. Once again, we have cross divide, so Versel is going to have Delta Ray Edge. Yeah, we don't have any recovery, so that anti-recap, we're essentially working with 29 chips. If you track your traps, you know that if either side pops a trap, there's really no threat there. It's just going through the motions of the folder. Connor Army Discord, so there's some some object plays there. I go for the Discord because that's a pseudo defensive option, especially if he tries to go for. I think he had Protoman. Yes, there is Protoman SP in the folder, so that basically will make there's Protoman and Blastman, so that helps for both B Navis. If he goes for Protoman and in I counter with Discord, Protoman will not be able to go towards the panel in front of me and will not be able to hit. And same thing with Blastman. If I put the Discord in front of me, that will impede and block the 250 fireball damage. So that's why I go for that rag there. I'm trying to think of attack with the Ice Seed. If I recall this folder correctly, yes, I think I'm trying to go for the Ice Seed tag, maybe. The Elec Dragon there is also pretty good. We also have Barrier Sword and Neobaria. Those are pretty good. However, we're playing a multi-GBA. So we're in 2 layers of emulation. I'm emulating Memu, so to emulate an Android, and then I'm downloading multi-GBA, which is a GBA emulator. So we're deep in the emulation, but I'm playing on keyboard. I usually play on GameCube controller, so I don't have my Barrier Swords on command as easily. So I usually just look at them as like recovery 50, recovery 10 chips, and I'm just trying to burn them or trying to get one of the easy sonic booms. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Magan. Just cause. But yeah, I think that the Elec Dragon is key. And trying to get some freezes. Lots of train arrows there. And I have the ice to pair it up with. So it looks like we're gonna try and go for one of those plays. I took the Discord, but actually I didn't realize that if you have a reg and you have shuffle, the shuffle won't shuffle the reg chip. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to do that like I did. I could have taken the Magon if I wanted, but I actually I was okay with letting it go because there's 2 Magons in the folder, so I can shuffle another one if I need it, or I don't really need it right now, so it's okay if I don't get it back again. Okay, I see the Magon and try to avoid it. Delta Ray, ooh, great shuffle. Gonna have to eat the 760 damage. That's a lot. 420 blasted. I get the field, but at what cost? A lot of damage here. I don't even get my second train arrow in. Already playing from behind here. Big damage from Versel. I need something here. There's no recap in this folder, so really I'm looking to see what the game gives me, but a little complicated. Alright. Alternating the train arrows because I want to get 2 freezes. Discord versus Discord. Movement's gonna change. Ooh, full synchro. Navi and Operator are 1. Iron Shield won't connect because the hole is there. So I do get the hockey. That's cool. There is no time left and I don't want to leave the chip on burn, so I just pop it to get rid of the Discord. Not really much to do here. Wait, there's 2 Ice-Hits in this folder? I didn't even realize. And the 2 Magons pop. I also have Cross Divide in there. That's 500. However, I'm going for the Elec Dragon first to generate some holes and try to condition Versel's movement so I can get that Cross Divide easier on the next turn. However, he was doing the same. He also has a deck dragon. I get another counter hit. That's good. Evens it out. But full synchro, the counter hit stun generates anger. So that's also an issue, which I'm very mindful of here. I'm going for the. I'm not going for the cross divide. I'm actually looking for the air raid because if he goes for something, I want to be able to block. Like if he goes for an Abbey or something that homes in on me. That's why I'm going for that play instead. However, I was too afraid. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I thought it was too much pressure. It was like, oh, I'm down 1-0. I'm low HP. He's in anger. Even if he just fires something that isn't even a Navi, even if he does, at this moment, this is the moments where you don't recall what the folder has, but you're thinking anything can kill me here. It doesn't even matter if it's a Navi. So I was scared. Really, I was scared. I couldn't hold it in. I couldn't wait for Versel to push A first, and I pressed A first, and that's why I lose. Because he pops Blast Man in response. And that's enough to kill. That's basically it. GG's. GG's. It was a good game. It was. For Versel. I could have done better. So that's the first game. I'm now down to losers. I'm gonna have to wait losers finals. I just recorded analysis for losers finals versus Pacheco, but it's gonna be in Spanish. So if you wanna check that out, if not, we're gonna go for grand finals now. And people might say, well, that was pretty, fast, anticlimactic, whatever you want to call it. And I think that can happen if you try to go for a lot of big damage plays. Like, you want to optimize in random battles, but you want to make sure you're not optimizing too much in that the comeback mechanics of the game start coming back to hit you and put you in a bad spot because you try to put your opponent in the bad spot first. So, like, you want to do damage, but not too much damage. And I think that this is a good example, just to have a general idea of how it can go if you don't have that in consideration. All right, so we're going to match number 2 now. This is grand finals now because Versel knocked me to losers. I'm coming from the losers bracket, and I have to win 2 sets if I want to win the tournament. So I need to basically beat him 4 times, 2 in the first set and 2 in the second one. Meanwhile, Versel only has to win once because he's from winners. So that's basically the situation. I was actually streaming when this match happened, and my emulator was acting up when I was recording while the stream was on, so I had to turn off the stream to actually, just play this out. That's how intense this got, basically. But anyways, let's just go straight into it. You guys already know what we're working with. This is rank 3. And what I mentioned at the end of the previous match is really what I'm mindful of when I'm starting off this set. I'm really looking to try to get some damage, but I don't want to do the same mistakes as the previous match. I don't want to make too much damage. I want to be very precise, get out, and just rack up damage little by little, basically. This folder kind of lets you do that in a sense from the chips that you can see at the start. Low hit, level 1 chips, basically. Panel grab and judgment, that's already a combo there. And we have a program advance. Is this I just want to make sure I'm watching the grand finals. This is grand finals, right? Yes, this is grand finals. Cool. Okay, yeah, Protoman X, Burn Square, Vampiric Dragon, as we saw once again, Fanfare, same thing as Discord before. Invisible, White Capsule, so we have some defense and we have some stun. Neobaria, Bass Stanley, let's remember Versel is in Gregor, so he is gonna have Bass, normal base. Recovery 50. So yeah, lots of real-time damage. Interesting that I decided to go for the Boomer Wreck. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just trying to get some, stuff. Oh yeah, I think I'm just trying to get some grass going in case I find the burnt square later on. And Vampiric Dragon, okay. We start with rocks in the field. That's good. So that also works as some sort of defensive play. You can position yourself behind the rock, and that also helps impede on Proto Man, Last Man, etc. As you can see, the wrecked ship stay there even if you shuffle. So just to confirm what I mentioned before. As I mentioned, I'm not pretty good with Neobaria on keyboard, so I'm just going for the burn along with the recovery 50. Even if I don't get 50 damage, I don't really mind. Not I don't mind leaving recovery on the table. Because I look at it as something that I can burn to get my photo up to speed and rolling, getting it more fluid, basically. I think you can see me maybe trying out the combination for the supersonic boom, but I actually don't even remember it. I forgot that it's B at the end. It's been a minute before this tournament. I actually wasn't playing a lot, so I was a little bit off on the commands. But yeah, not much happening this turn. I successfully avoid the judgment, so that's good. And he already burned it, so in case I try to go for my own panel grab, he has no way of recovering that panel until it expires. I got my Giga on hand, but I don't want to burn it just yet. So I'm going for the Golem hits. Also, just trying to get stuff going. Neobaria, Versel doesn't get it. Too bad. It's hard. It's hard on keyboard, I would say. Props to those who do it. Here, once again, you see me going 2x2 on these hands. I'm just trying to, like, burn stuff that I know is like low damage, not really doing stuff. At least in this case, I will mention that I thought that because the Drillum also has push, that maybe I will be able to push the rocks towards his field, or push the one in his field to the back. But I forgot that it's also break, so it's gonna just burn the. It's gonna break the block basically. And that boomer stunned me, so it was probably laced with white capsule. So he already burned the one white capsule that there is in the folder. So should be mindful of that. Still not gonna go for the base, I think. I'm gonna try and get the... I thought I was going for the fire. No, I'm going for the Jace here, it looks like. Didn't go for the area. Interesting. Doesn't get the burn square. It's hard in multi. And I'm hosting, so I can understand. Here it's just damage. Yeah, just damage here. At least I get the hits, that's good. Yeah, I think I'm not fully optimizing turns here. Watching it in retrospective, but it's still working so far. Going for more J. Ooh, got hit with the golem hit. Gonna get hit with the dive man here off the top. And you could put the sensor over here to try and avoid the dive man, but then you have to deal with the sensor being all the way over here and also messing with your movement on your own field, because you're gonna have to basically be circling it the whole time. At least if you're gonna get moving within your field. No, it's still like, as we saw in the previous match, it conditions the movement, so that's good. He's basically gonna be sitting in place here in this row. That also will give me the opportunity to maybe hit these boomers if I want. But I'm shuffling first. Let's see what happens. We have the PA, ladies and gentlemen. However, do note, and I only know this because this mentioned it way back, but Parashield doesn't hit in the back, so I need to make him go forward. Will he do it though? Amazing shields by Versel. He's not getting the hits, but ooh, watch out the Elect Dragon. And because of the hole, it doesn't go. He didn't go in front, and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave the turn without popping it. I didn't want to carry it and lose fluidity because it puts me at risk, especially because of my HP. I'm getting close to 480. If I'm before 480, I'm within range of getting killed by his base. So that's why I don't want to be sitting on the PA for the next turn. Doesn't hit, but that's life. At the same time, if I'm able to get Versel below 640, my base anomaly can kill. Yeah, I'm thinking it through. Because I could go for the Elect Dragon play here, but if I go for it first, it also puts my base anomaly at risk of not hitting later because of the holes, depending on the movement. So I'm really thinking it out. I'm also not shuffling. I always recommend to shuffle if you can. I'm putting the panel graph there because I'm trying to basically be away from the range of the base by putting that, because base won't hit outside of the 3x3 area. If I'm here, base won't be able to kill me. Then I go for the fanfare here, and I want to give a shout out to all the end cycle homies out there, because this is like a common end cycle strategy from back in the day. So you have the panel, and then you have the object in front, and because there's a hole here, that basically is a roadblock here in itself. And also with the fanfare, Versel is not able to reach it, so I'm able to capitalize off the invincibility. So I can go here and start hitting the fanfare myself. The issue though is that I should be you have to be mindful when that happens, because ideally as soon as you know the invincibility is going to run out, you want to come back here to avoid like what's happening here. As you see, Protoman coming. If I'm in front of the fanfare, Protoman can come and hit me. So I got a little greedy in my movement there. Because of the roadblock, I'm able to put a bunch of J damage here. So I'm really thinking about the order of how I want to execute it. I think that's not correct. I think that so I think the idea here is you want to go for the stuff that doesn't flinch first, that doesn't make you a blink. Sorry, and then you want to go for the stuff that blinks after, and maybe reset off the judgment there. The only issue is the elect pulse is harder to connect, because you have to move. So you can hit the elect pulse here, but then you have to move all the way over here to hit the iron shield. So it really depends on how you sequence your shifts here, how you have to move to make sure everything connects. And because I'm so low in damage here, I'm just I'm leading with the Abyss, because I just want to make sure if there's any threat from the what a great play by Versel. I just want to make sure that in case there's any issue, like for example he pops another Mega, another Navi, something that homes in and hits me, so I can have that in beast there. In retrospect, I could have TFC'd the in beast to the sensor, because here sensor will hit at an angle, it won't hit straight away. So I don't really have any issue being in beast here. Or that really threatens me not being able to go back in front of that fanfare. So that's one thing to take care of. And if I do, that also can kill me, because sensor goes through Imbiss. So yeah, I could have cut in Imbiss here, but I wasn't able to. Well, I abstained to, rather. Which, is an issue, because that's enough for the Boomer to hit with no undershirt. I really like it. He just saw that I went down and instantly popped A. And he won the first game. So here, basically, Berserk is at match point. If he wins the next one, we have a champion, and it's not me. And here I'm mashing A, basically. I mashed A so much that we had a calm error because I chose rank 1. Off the top, we're starting, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing. And you will say, oh, of course, yeah, Black Bomb, Fireburn. I don't really care about the Black Bomb. I care only about the Fireburn. Because as we mentioned before, I'm not sure if I mentioned this here or in the Spanish one. I'm kind of it all mixes together. But if you use the Fireburn in the center because it cracks panels, that is kind of like if you were to use like a Magnum, and you can get a roadblock there. So lots of fire. Some boomer there to complement. I think we're gonna get a grass seed. Yeah, if you see tornado, usually that's also with grass seed. So that helps you have some fire damage there and also some potential damage with the tornado. 2 objects, wind fan and the barrier 100. So some good defense instead of the defense. Some stun and recovery with the recovery 30. Recovery 300, sorry. Justice 1, I think that's also pretty good. That's like a pseudo get on. And Blastman SP and Element Man SP, so they're off code, but you can set up Element Man SP to hit 500 with Blastman. And Meteor Knuckles, so I also have to watch the center because Versel will have Big Hook. Yeah, Justice is great. Great chip. Like, I run it in standard a few tournaments back. I usually go with O code for recovery 300 because it's on code with barrier 100. But I tried J because recovery 300 is also on J, and you can go with Justice 1. Defense, but it's like another get on, so it's like if you have 3 get ons. Anyways. So yeah, Fireburn Wreck, and then we're going for another Fireburn for tag along with the barrier 100. There's no Imbiss, so the tag is pretty open there. And we already have a Near Spin and Tornado combo. So I've never actually hit a Air Spin Tornado combo before. So I'm really just winging it here. I don't know how air spin actually works, like how it really interacts. I just know that if you hit it with tornado, it does a lot of damage, and a lot of people used to do it way back in the day during the game facts time. Not for PvP, but like for boss battles and stuff. You know those YouTube videos. So that's all I know. But what I do know now is that if you throw air spin, it goes 2 in front. So there's gonna be a 2 paddle distance between you and the air spin if you throw it. And it hits in the back. I want it to hit in the center, so you have to throw it from the center if you want it to hit in the center here. So my tornado doesn't reach, basically. I do get the stun from the white capsule, but don't really capitalize much of it. So I just go for the Fireburn to get the crack panels, and we already see the Roadhog sort of happen. I don't take the Fireburn because I already did the Roadhog, so I can save it for later if I need it when the panels come back. I don't want to do the grass seed because if I hit it, that could bring panels to him back, and I don't want panels on his side. I want to keep him trapped. So I don't really have much in specific. That's why I'm going just for the raw fire there, but it looks like I'm thinking it out true. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just shooting at the center, trying to make him move out of the way, but he keeps the shield up and just waits out the panel's recovery. That's great stuff by Versel. Much respect to him. And he had the Blastman ready. However, now that he popped the Blastman, I know that he can't set up anything with Element Man SP after, so I can be a little less concerned about it. He still can do Element Man SP on grass, for example, but he cannot set up the 500 Blastman now because he already popped it. At this point, I can pop the recovery 300 if I want, but it looks like I'm saving it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Justice ones maybe? No, I'm thinking it out here. Yeah, gonna go for fire here. Not gonna pop the Justice one just yet. Gonna go for another type of road. Gonna go back to the Roadhog with the Fireburn. However, look here, the position doesn't allow me to get the grass seed on the full field on his side, because I have a crack panel on the center. That also means I have to move all the way over here if I want to pop that Fireburn. It does give me some grass though still, so I can do it to hit him here. I tried here. You want to get this area so you can hit both him and the object, but I hit it too late. Still get the ×2 though, but there's the win there. And Justice one. I think that was a counter hit. No, no, I think that was White Capsule. I'm not sure if there's one cap. I think he already burned his White Capsule, or was it the previous game? I don't know, man, but I'm stunned. I'm stunned after the Justice one. And I think I mentioned before, but when I'm looking at a folder, I'm looking for things that make holes, defensive options, and things that stun. And things that stun are important because you can set up end of turn stun plays, where if you put something that stuns at the end of the turn, that will help you set up something for the next turn that may be off code. So that's, and as you can see here, I'm stunned at the end of the turn. This is in standard format where you can cross cancel to get out of the way. No, here if you are stunned, you are setting yourself up to getting whooped in the next turn if your opponent has something else ready. My Giga is already in hand, but I think I'm going for the defense here. Defense or recop. Interesting that I'm not going for. Yeah. I thought that you should take the object, especially because you have two. There's Wind and Fan, so no issue taking one. I would have even gone and maybe popped Wind first and have it in front before I pop the recap. I'm also mashing, as you can see here, and I'm mashing up and right. I'm not mashing to the back because I'm really mindful of my movement because there's cracked panels and there is no air shoes, so I want to be mindful of where I'm going to move next. I don't want to mash and, lose my axis towards his front row. However, I had to back off, so yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking my movement here could have gone a little bit better, but we have the wind set up. I have something in the back there to support me. Meteor Knuckle is there. Are we gonna pop it? Maybe. There's nothing else that we could pop at the moment. Wind Rack. You could take one Wind Rack there, I think. Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Looks like we don't want holes. Not yet, though. Burn Square. Okay, hits the object, but not me. Gets hit with the boomer. I want to go in the front to hit the Wind Rack, but my panel is still not there, so I don't have access. Gonna be a hot minute before he gets back, so... And here it gets interesting because I see the Blastman, and I recognize I have a win condition here. If I'm able to hit this Blastman SP while he's standing on the grass field, I can kill him here. So my mind instantly goes towards that. And that's what I'm trying to do. If I get the Wind Rack here and I immediately mash after, I can maybe get it. But I think I was too slow on my mash, or maybe I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't mash it right after, but I waited out. And I even go and I keep it because I'm really adamant on this maybe being the thing that can kill. He hasn't activated Big Hook, so I'm still here. Even if he does something with fire, I'm still not dead. But yeah, I think I was a little bit too adamant, and I also want to call out that I stay here thinking it a bit, but I'm not shuffling. I'm not like trying to optimize my hand a little further. I could have tried to done that. I could have maybe tried to shuffle N, or maybe I could have shuffled N, or just shuffled the Meteor Knuckle. But I think that I didn't shuffle because I wanted to maintain the barrier 100 as well. But if you can try and optimize, you should. In this case, I didn't. So here it's simple. I just need him to move down. If I'm charging, that can maybe threaten. We spam shield, same time. And here it is. I wait a bit because of the shield. But then I'm able to find him and catch him. So it's 1-1 now. If I'm super lucky, maybe the Meteor Knuckle hits if I get 4 hits, but I try to go for something that, look a little bit more possible. less luck dependent. I can I can I can coerce him to move. I cannot coerce Meteor Knuckle to hit 4 times, basically. And it's now 1-1. So if Versel wins, he wins the tournament. If I win, we reset and we go to another set. Okay, I think we've seen this before, but oh, here's where it gets funny. We have 2 rock cubes. Not funny. This is where it gets. At least I love it. I personally love. I just realized I didn't expand. Sorry about it. Yeah. I love rock cubes. It's similar to what we saw before with the Discord and the Fanfare, but the rock cube is a solid 200 HP object that you can just stay there for a hot minute. So I really like rock cubes as soon as I see them. And I have hot batch, so Berserk is gonna have corner force, and that also is a little bit complicated for me because we have uninstall in the folder. I have to wait if he wants to use the uninstall, because if I pop hot batch first, he could uninstall me completely, and I don't have any hot batch to fall back on. A lot of traps too, anti-sword, anti-recop. I don't see any recovery though. Let me see. Yeah. And there's a fire hit PA as well. Yeah, no recap, I think. So 29 chips basically. There's a summon black, but there is no holes that can be made. So that's also possible 28 chips that we're gonna be having to work with. So yeah, rock cube as a regular, that's for sure. 2 corner army, so that's interesting. Second rock cube stack and ice seed, interesting. And here, as we mentioned before, at first you just want to get the ball rolling with your folder. You want to get fluidity, you want to get the hand moving, so you try and get as much chips out of the way as you can. Try to get as much low value chips out of the way as you can, or try to set up something. Yeah. So usually you can lead with Rock Cube if you're maybe waiting on an activation for first turn, or you can end with it, depending on what you want to go. I'm trying to go for maybe just mash A at the start real time and get some damage in, basically, as you can see. Versel leads with Rock Cube, puts the object in front. I have no idea what happens here. I don't know how corn shot works, but hey, I got a hit and I got a full synchro, so that's awesome. White? Oh yeah. I think he got anger. Yeah, makes sense. So I put the rock cube in front. So because he already put one in, I'm just impeding on his board. I wanna limit the options that he has. So with his own rock cube, he no longer has access to the center. He has to dance around to try to get to the front from the back, basically. So yeah. Did I mesh custom here? I think I did it. I didn't see, but either way, interesting. Like a full synchro, so I'm trying to get some. I'm trying to get a Navi to hit here. Thinking of what I want to shuffle. I could go for the element trap, but I decide to go for the Navi. It's corner, I believe. And yeah, sure, that's 500 damage, but I'm also gonna be getting rid of the rock cubes here, and Versel doesn't even get hit by it. I'm just basically clearing his board and facilitating him to have an easier way out of those obstructions that I gave him before. And he even got a hit on me. He got a fire hit, hitting ×2, but that puts me in anger, so I only can use it for the anti-damage there, but still, I guess it works. If I had gone for the element trap, I would have maybe been able to get the damage from the ice seed activating element trap. So that would have been 480, but it's all good. I can still use the element trap later because he may be trying to go for the train arrows, or just trying to get something elemental. Here, just trying to find something. Gonna shuffle. Yeah, just going for the I'm not going for the PA. I'm just going for the fire hits on its own because I can get more potential damage out of it. I think that's what I'm thinking in my head, or faster. I think the key thing is I'm getting more damage out and I'm moving faster my hand. If I'm waiting for the PA, I have to hold on to the fire hits. Here I can just get, if I'm getting the movement right, I can get 2, 3, 60 hits in. So, you know, that's good enough for me. Colonel does hit times 2, but I have the anti-damage to support. Here I'm not hitting yet because I'm trying to get him to move, but it's the turn's gonna end, so I'm just thinking, fuck it. If I want to see what he has. If he has an anti-damage, I get rid of it for the next turn. And if he has element damage or something like that, at least if he has element trap, at least I get rid of it. And if he doesn't have either of those, I know that it's anti-sword or anti-recap, so I don't really have to worry about it. Well, actually, I do have to worry about anti-sword because of the anti-damage that I have here. So if it's anti-sword, I need to, be able to look out. I'll try to get rid of it with the mag gun though. But Protoman is gonna hit, and I don't have super armor, so that's gonna flinch. Yeah, my mag gun won't go out. Time's running out, so fuck it. I decide to mash here. So that looks like it's an anti-damage, and then I see it's an anti-sword. I instantly start mashing both anti-damage and then custom. Because I'm trying to see if I can make the anti-sword not hit with the rock cube. That's what I'm trying to go for here. Yeah. I'm taking the corner army at the end there, not because I'm hoping that the cube will survive and I will be able to use it, but I'm just burning through the hand. Corner Falls comes out. Element Trap, that's not gonna work really, but hey. Rock Cube coming out too. Corner Falls does keep anger. Corner Army eventually appears, so I was able to just get rid of that Rock Cube that he had. Good thing that he had a trap on. If I would have hit with if that Corner Army had hit him, Corner Army gives enough stun on its own to produce anger. So you also gotta watch out for that. And here, if I believe, yes, we're doing the old faithful. We're just mashing A for that golem hit at the start because he's in Buster animation. And it's just starting because you can see because the Buster is lining up. So this is just the start of the Buster animation. It's just lining up about to fire. So I can capitalize on him being locked in that animation for a couple of moments. So he won't be able to move. And if I mash and I can get this golem hit, it's enough to kill. And it kills. GG's. A little bit anticlimactic, but animation recognition, just having a good chip to take advantage of that opportunity. And doing the comeback overall, I was able to bring it back from a 1-0 game start to the 2-1 and reset the bracket, and now we're going to the bracket reset. So there's more BN to be played yet, and we already had 20 minutes of content. So yeah, GG. I remember that I told Chad that I was because I mentioned that I stopped my stream because I had to play the tournament. I mentioned to them, oh, it's gonna be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and that was just the first set. So we have another one to play. Okay, so after that comeback in the grand finals, we are now in the grand final reset. So we still have one more set to watch. So this is basically the last point of the tournament. There's no other set, no other thing that happens after this. Whoever wins is the champion. So let's just get into it. We already know what's happening. We already know what's going on. Let's just see how this goes. Good luck. Have fun. Looks like I'm taking a moment here. Gathering myself. Mashing A? Yeah, mashing A. And we play this, I just want to call out that we play this right after the first one. So we're already 20 minutes deep into this session. Nerves, all that stuff coming on. Like, I want to mention that the mental factor starts becoming a thing at this point. We start the game, double shot, you love to see it. I love that. It's like a mini, like if the Fireburn is a mini Magnum, double shot is a mini Magnum, like the miniest of miniest Magnums, because it makes a U shape on the field if you do it on the front, at the center front of the enemy field. You can also set it up with Time Bomb, for example, for a Rollock, and making the Time Bomb in the bank so you can hit it and causing damage. There's also the PA. I think I didn't notice the PA at that moment. I think I just saw, hey, I have 3 Fireburns. That's awesome. And I'm going for the Time Bomb rank because I recognize that I have a lot of Fireburns. So I'm thinking, yeah, fuck it, I'll just do something like that. 1 area grab. Fanfare, Invisible, White Capsule. I didn't see the end there. Let me see if we go back one more time. If not, I'll just, yeah, Proto Man. Alright, so it's base. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, so I'm just trying to confirm if there's anything else I should be looking out for. There's some stuff there. There's some defense. We saw the Fanfare. We saw the Abyss. I keep forgetting that the wreck chip doesn't shuffle, so it's like just so you guys remember, it doesn't shuffle if you wreck it, so no need to select it if you need to. Looks like I'm gonna go for the Time Bomb of the Rip, and it's because of the field. So here, if Versel moves out of the way, and like if he moves out of the center, I can activate the Time Bomb and he's not able to access it because he's no longer able to go towards the center. But he activates Fanfare, so I try to cut in with my Time Bomb because the Time Bomb will appear in front of him, so the Fanfare won't be able to spawn. So I'm impeding on his object play, but he answers back with the Dive Man. So I have to eat the 220. And I get the freeze there as well. I was mashing movement before, so I was able to move, and he wasn't able to hit me with the energy bomb. So I avoided some extra damage. But I messed up here. I recognize here that in this situation, Versel's only movement option is to go back. So I have a guaranteed here, a guaranteed hit here with the aura head. But I just saw that and I didn't. Because I hit him with the aura head, it put him in flashing, and he wasn't eating the Time Bomb damage. Ideally, you want to wait out the Time Bomb and then hit the aura head, but I got too impatient there. The B Navis are here. This is a decent hand. And I decided to throw them. That's interesting. I think I'm trying to get the fire hit is a good homing attack play with the White Capsule, so I'm trying to maybe do that and get the stun and then hit the energy bomb. I don't think that's something like super special, but alright. I think, yeah, Elec Dragon makes the holes. It's a little hard. It's a little easier to find a hit there instead of with that White Capsule play with the fire hit. Which, yeah, in theory could work, but the stun is too low for the White Capsule, and you're burning 2 chips when you can only use 1 Elec Dragon and get even more mileage out of it. So this is alright. Ideally, I think that you would like to have the Elec Dragon go crack these 2, but these 2 work as well, especially with the ice panels in the back, because that conditions the movement to be up and down. But I have no position here to hit my energy bomb. Versel stays in the center and is able to just easily connect the Blastman and the Proto Man as well. Be Navi's turn for him. And the Proto Man also paralyzed, so that was laced with white capsule. It looks like he burned. I don't know if there's one or two in this folder, but he burned at least one. I believe there's only one, but I may be wrong. I've been mistaken before. I'm thinking of what to do here. I think I'm gonna go for the Neobadia once. I'm gonna try it again. I don't have position to hit full field with the supersonic boom, but I'm gonna try either way. Connor activates. That's gonna hit. Yeah. I get center, but I forget it's a B at the end, Pablo. You forget the B, man. Double in base here at turn end. So the first half of the next turn is gonna be full in beast for both sides, and here I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm already below 480, and there's an area grab at play. I don't have anything to block a potential base here. Base in Gregor version hits 480, so if he activates it, I'm dead. I'm thinking here, what am I gonna do? And what I'm trying to go for here is I'm trying to maybe use that burn square with the white capsule to stun him after the Imbiss ends. This is actually what I'm trying to go for here. There's like half a turn goes by full Imbiss. When the Imbiss ends, mash A, hit the burn square with the white capsule, and stun him, hopefully for enough so the cost gauge fills and we go to the next turn. And maybe something else appears that I can use to defend myself. That's my mentality here. That's what I'm thinking. What can I do to survive to the next turn? And that's my play. Here's just waiting. Black Bomb comes through. That's code F. That's F code. This is it. This is it. Yes, this is it. I could have also shielded, but I'm not that good. My shields aren't as good as Versel's. Keys were godly through this whole different sets. And yeah, that's it. What I mentioned was basically it. Bass comes through, enough damage to kill. Versel once again, match point for the tournament. 1-0 on the board. And that means they're going back at it. What we got this time? So some ice break plays here. Rock cubes, Guardian, Flash Bomb. I like the Flash Bomb. Recovery 300, Barrier 200. Looking pretty good. Gotta watch out though. We have anti-recap with that recap 300, and there's no other smaller recoveries. I believe I didn't see any others. Yeah, I'm confirming here. Circus Man, Culinary SP, Hop Batch, so Berserk has Corner Force. Once again, we're going for the Rock Cube for defensive play here. I think we're going to try to go for the Flash Bomb with something else. What's it going to be? It's going to be a Mag Gun maybe, or the Rock Cube, second Rock Cube, yeah. So I want the Flash Bomb, as I mentioned before, for an end of turn stun play. I want to throw that Flash Bomb at the turn end, so it either stuns him before we go to cost, or we'll stun him right after we go to cost. Right after we go to the next turn, sorry. Here I'm just, trying to confirm what are my defensive options, what I need to look out for. I need to look out for that anti-recap for sure. There's nothing else. Usually, you would find maybe a recovery 10, recovery 30, or a roll to complement recovery here. So you would pop that first maybe if you had recovery 30, but there's no such thing here. So you wanna try and activate it before it appears. And we're starting. Lot of K, so we're gonna try to go for that. I think you could try the log first. Maybe not because of the position. The hole could maybe make it disappear. Hub Batch appears. I'm not gonna use it yet. I'm gonna use it on the next turn, I think, because I'm gonna try and get the ball rolling with these chips here. I'm debating whether to bring the Rock Cube at the end, but I mean, fuck it, why not? I have to. This first turn Iron Shield hits have been working for me, so good thing to mash at the start, I would say. And yeah, if I had activated the locks in center position, I think they would have disappeared because they go one in front. Guardian appears, so that's conditioning the center. And because the Guardian appears, I recognize and go for the Rock Cube. So this, once again, similar to the double shoot, this makes a U shape. So I can take advantage of that to maybe condition movement. Then Versel activates his own Rock Cube. I think in this situation, I think Guardian should activate, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm not complaining. But I think it should. And yeah, we have a bunch of asterisk, a bunch of star. I don't know how to call, like the mag guns and the seed code. So first things first, we're gonna pop the hub batch. Of course, there's no uninstall or anything in this folder, so I can just pop it and capitalize on that custom tree to get a little bit more visibility on my folder. Colonel appears. Some damage. I see it. Because of the position, he can't get it in the center. So it doesn't affect my entire field. But I do get hit by the second corner as well, as I activate the hub batch. And then I go for the mag gun. Here, if Versel maybe tries to go maintain the top here, he could see the mag gun coming. And he could move forward and could bait the hit. So the Guardian activates and I eat 200 damage. That depends on whether he wants the Guardian to stay there. But I would maybe try and go for that, so the opponent gets the extra 200 damage, and I get rid of the impediment on my field. Because of that, I also can't hit the center, so I go for the back as well. But because there was already some ice here, it's all good. We still have full field ice. There's a Colonel army in hand, so I can use that to get rid of the field. I don't try to go for Colonel army a lot because of the stun. Because it creates anger that I find it more hurtful than useful. But we're gonna go for it either way. He goes for it first though, so he gives me the stun. I pop it with the element trap. I have the anti-sword at the back there, but I'm not gonna pop it. I could have maybe done anti-sword first, but I remember if this anti-sword has damage indicator, so it can. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it has. So yeah, interesting. Technically, anti-sword could have done more damage. I could have done anti-sword with anger, bait out the anti-damage, assuming it wasn't anti-damage. Of course, I didn't know that at the moment, and I could have done 600 damage with that instead of the 480 that element trap could do with anger. So yeah, something to consider there. And I actually don't even use it altogether in this set, I believe, because I'm going to drop it for the next hand, because I've had a lot of C on hand. However, I'm also low on HP, so I'm reconsidering, and yeah, I'm going to go for the O play here. More of a defensive turn for myself. I see the mag gun, but my movement isn't quite there, so my trap is lost. And my buster hit, so that's not anti-damage. That's either anti-sword or anti-recap or element trap. I'm using my second mag gun here to try and get rid of it first if possible. Once again, because of the Guardian, Versel could bait out the Punisher. Goes for the Color Army instead, popping the second Color Army in the folder. Here, I don't know. I don't really recommend. You don't really want your opponent being at the top if you're popping mag gun, especially mag gun 1. There's enough time there for them to react and maybe get out of the way. So usually, if you want to go for a mag gun, try and bait your opponent to go down, so the reaction is slower for them to avoid it. Here, luckily, I was able to hit it, but not ideal. He had enough reaction time to shield the second hit. And now I'm going for my own corners. I'm a little desperate here, I think. Pressure is on. I'm coming from the back, so I'm just mashing A here. And I don't know if Versel knew that Circus Man would come, but he goes to the front and makes him avoid it. So yeah, I whiffed most of my megas in this match because of the nerfs. And full on defense this turn. I do have good stuff here. I have the barrier. I have a lot of defense, and I have stuff for next turns as well. I have the flash bomb there that I can set up. Get hit with the ring lock, but not the corn shot. Avoiding the train arrow. Here it's just defense. Upping the anti-damage at turn end. Just in case, you know, you don't want to stack your traps too soon. Looks like I didn't go with the rock cube at the end, I think. So yeah, trying to figure out what's the play here. I do have 2 G-code chips here, so in the interest of, you know, like trying to get fluidity going, I could go for that. I could have even gone and maybe burn through that corner army as well. That aura head that I sent out hit even through shield because it's break. And I'm putting that rock cube there just to, you know, obstruct on the movement. Because here it limits how his access to the center, like before, because of the permahole. Goes for another rock cube. And another trap. So I can go for this corner army here to get rid of these cubes if I want. So that's an option. I need to watch out, especially because of the barrier 200. I need to get rid of that first if I want to put in more damage. So yeah, different things here. Yeah, well, watch out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the fire hit to get rid of the barrier. Yeah. So I will say I think here Versel is giving me some free damage. He doesn't really have any need to go up here. He can just camp in front of the cube. Because here, unless he wants to be active in trying to get rid of my barrier, he can just coast. But because I have defense, I can be a little bit more aggressive and, you know, threaten that area. So here, if I was Versel, I would just camp here. Especially if I had the barrier. Like, I would be moving. But yeah, basically that. But now he doesn't have anything for defense. At least not right now, especially only the trap. And he's cycling to trap, so that also, like, you're not sure which one is which. I would venture, I guess, that this is either because I'm hitting, it's either anti-sword or anti-recap. And so here I went for the element sword because it's 220 and he's in. I just wanted to get him below 220 so my element sword could home in and kill. But he goes and shields the absolute madman. That's insane. Like, that's game right there. That we go 1-1. But this is another turn at life, basically. So it's like, okay, well, that's alright. I still have the stun bomb. The flash bomb, sorry. I can still go for that stun, that paralysis. And that's what I'm going with. I don't even use anything else. I'm not taking the trap with me because my other trap is still active, so I don't want to, like, you know, like, burn through. So ideally you would like to throw the flash bomb here because that forces him to go over here. It does give him access to the center and I'm not able to hit, but the idea is that if you put it here, he should be here and you're able to hit. But wait, what's happening here? I went with no chips. That's interesting. I think I didn't realize. I'm not sure. That's interesting. I think I'm just trying to go for similar to the element sword, just trying to get the damage down as much as I can. Because here the flash bomb could technically kill. But another shield. Another shield by Versel. Extending his life yet another turn. What a guy. And I'm still getting buster hits, so that's cool. And I will say most of my buster hits have been on the top. Usually in these type of situations, you wanna you wanna mix it up. Like you wanna force me to not shoot at the top. Like I'm not going to like Berserk is not moving up. He's staying down, so forcing me a little bit to go down, and then try to capitalize that moment to go up. Like you wanna switch up that type of timing because that way you're avoiding some of the buster shots. And at this point, I'm a little bit out of options, really. I still have some chips, but it's not like I don't have anything that homes in. So it's really, if I'm able to connect. Avoiding the Gotham hit and just getting the corn shot. Alright, I'll take it. GG's. And going straight into game number 3. And I just wanted you. So we're 15 minutes in this set already. I told my chat that it was gonna be 20 minutes. It's already more than half an hour, and I was telling them in chat, "Oh yeah, he won. It's 1-0. It's 1-1. I reset. We're going another set." And in this, I think a little bit earlier, but by now I had already thought, "Oh, what if I lose now after coming all this way with the reset? You know what with chatting, all that stuff." And at that moment, I was like, no, stop thinking about that. Don't think about other stuff outside of the game. Think about the folder. Think about what you can do, what you should be going for, that Super Vulcan that's there. You know, basically focus on the game. Don't think about external factors. Like, at this point, I was thinking of other stuff, really, because it had been going for so long. My mind was wandering. But you have to be on tip-top shape, and you have to notice what you're working with here, as we see here in this folder. I'm seeing 2 in Beast, I believe. No, I think I'm that 1 or 2 in Biz. Interesting. Me, you're not cool, so big hook on the other side. Bunch of fire. Fire burn as we see. Some grass with tornado. 2 objects. I think we've seen some of these chips before. And because we have the Invisible and the Rare 100, both are 30 megabytes. This is true both for random battles and for standard format. If you want like a early game, mid game, access to getting rid of rush. If you don't want to pop it at the start, if you don't have an Imbiss, you can do it with tagging Barrier 100 and Imbiss. You pop Barrier and then you pop Imbiss. If they have rush, you get rid of it there. So just a suggestion in case you want an option there. It's just good defense in general. So yeah. Super Vulcan is big, especially because we have the white capsule. So watch out though, because Super Vulcan with white capsule does generate anger in neutral form because it's too long of an animation. So just keep that in mind. I'm ready to roll, but it looks like Versel is not, so I'm just going through the folder once again. It looks like he's really drinking it out. I'm not really thinking it too much right now. It looks like I recognize some of the stuff that we have, lots of fire, but the G guys have code, so nothing really to compliment. You know, no base to worry about. Just gotta watch out of the center because of the big hook. And we're starting with some fire. That's pretty good. I'm going with the fire hit first because that's a single panel hit. I don't want to use the fire burn first because that will be getting rid of more fire panels and more opportunities for me times 2 damage. So yeah. I get a fire hit. I get a fire hit to counter hit there. There is no grass, but I still say fuck it because I'm not gonna fire the fire burn in another place that's not the center because I want to get the Roadhog, so I just go for it. Taking advantage of the stun. And also, if I hit him ASAP, I'm able to make sure his stun doesn't last long enough so he gets anger. I get hit with some stuff, but it's all good. I counter back at the end with one final fire hit. And let's see this hand. Some objects. Super Vulcan is there, but we're gonna use it just yet. And because of the roll-lock here, I can do stuff like this. I can do the boomer and I can do the mega cannon. And they should connect. I'm backing away here because of that specifically. Yeah, the bird square. My timing with the boomer was off, so I was trying to track it so it would hit as soon as the flashing ended. I was a little too early. And the panels are back, so my mega cannon also doesn't connect. I'm able to spawn the fan and the wind drag right after. And the fan is just there to be one more object taking up space in his field. There's a little bit of soup on this hand, nothing on code, so I think I'm just gonna go for defense or the Navi. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Navi. Because of the fan, I can try and get it here, yeah. I'm waiting a little bit too much. I think, yeah, I was maybe waiting to see if he pressed A or something. He gets in bis. And the boomer. I could have reacted. I could have maybe gone down. There was enough time for me to react, but I didn't. I was too scared, maybe. Giga is there. Gonna shuffle though. I need defense right now. Not really damage. I can coast as long as I have enough defense. And right now I'm trying to stay center because there is no grass here, so I'm avoiding ×2. But at the same time, I'm also in the center, so I'm susceptible to big hook. I'm gonna push, so I'm just taking advantage of that for the cut-in with the Imbis. My roll won't connect here, but I'm able to get rid of the object. Big hook hits. But I only hit one punch, and I get the roll, so I get a real recovery back, mitigating some of the damage there. And we are both stunned at the end of turn. We're both laced our chips with white capsule. Interesting, interesting. I'm going for fluidity here, as you can see. And look and behold, the game gives me the tornadoes to match my air spins. Going with the object at the end? No, not going. So here I'm just going to mash. You can see me mashing side to side. I want to stay in the center. And remember before, when we didn't know how it worked, because we had 2 air spins here, I'm able to confirm, okay, so it's 2 in front. So if I send from the center, it'll go to the center. While I'm testing, Versel goes for the roll to get some more recovery. I'm trying to bait, but I recognize time is running out, so I just go for it, and I'm getting hits. And while this is not technically a stun, Versel is still flinching. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, can I continue this? And I can continue raw with just the Super Vulcan. If I can hit the Super Vulcan here right now, I win the game. I do have defense if I want to coast by. There's still some fire threats out there, right? But the Giga is already gone. So if I can just hit this, and you can see me at first trying to identify if I can hit something else that will kill. But the thing is, Super Vulcan is the only one that doesn't flash. So it'll flinch but won't flash. So Tank Cannon will do it. The Fireburn would also do it. So I'm just really trying to see if anything I can do that can go over 140 can kill. Super Vulcan's one of them, and I decided to go for it. I also go for that grass seed at the end. I was going for that because I was thinking, I've exhausted all my other stuff that isn't fire. I still have some fire chips in the folder, so I'm just gonna set that up for the next turns. But if this Super Vulcan hits, which does, I'm not sure what killed here. If there was still enough damage in the airspin to kill, or if that was a Super Vulcan. My headcanon is it was a Super Vulcan. So that was basically it. GG's. It's something similar to what we mentioned before. You want to find these chips that can do stun, so you can use them for end of turn plays. In this situation, I really wasn't looking to set up anything at end of turn with that air spin, but I recognized it, and I don't even know if air spin flashes I'm not sure. Let's go back and confirm, I guess, because it does happen, right? I think the first one does hit. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see here real quick. So it doesn't flash. So yeah, I can just go after straight away and extend my sequence with the Super Vulcan to get the kill. Not only to get the kill, but to get the win, 2-1 win, and to win the tournament and basically become the back-to-back random battle champion for Net Saviors. Fuck it, I would even dare say the word. Hell yeah. That's how it is. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the analysis. I think that throughout these sets, we were able to see some key plays or combinations that you can consider or stuff to keep in mind for the random battles. I think it showed a little bit of the stuff that you have to consider both on the offensive side and the defensive side. The first set for Versel, he played very good. Just basically was able to react and counterplay to my high damage options with anger and, capitalize with his own anger. And then I tried to adapt, but he still was pretty good, not only with the offense, but also the defense. He got the lead early on in both sets, and he protected himself pretty good from most of the stuff when I was trying to get the kill at the end. So he played amazing. I think this is the best that I've seen Versel play. I actually would even go out to say that I think that if Versel was hosting this match, I would have maybe lost. Because that's how multi GBA is. So, but it is how it is. GG's. That's the tournament. That's the analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it served to you guys. And yeah, just like it's really a lot of recognition, a lot of dynamics. On the spot, trying to find stuff. That's why I think that random battles are pretty fun. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. A lot of people play random battles in Net Saviors, so also consider checking out Net Saviors. I will be putting the link to the server in the description. And just, most importantly, just keep playing Mega Man. It is an awesome game, and I'm just happy to keep, commentating and, analyzing matches, even, 20 years later, 2022, and we're still out here playing Mega Man Battle Network. You'd love to see it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Enjoy. And if you want to see some more about Network, feel free to check out my channel. I have a playlist with over 600 videos, matches, tournaments, analysis, English, Spanish tutorials if you want to know how to play. If you want to see some gameplay, that's basically it. That's it for me. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Peace.